I thought it would be interesting to sing a song tonight about the current state of air travel. And this is a song that was actually written in 1965, which I always thought was the golden age of travel. Music by Richard Rodgers and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. Friends tell me never go by plane. I tell friends flying is insane. We agree we would rather die. We see a brochure and sign for a tour. And what do? We fly. You have to go to the airport so early these days. Sometimes it takes longer to get through security than it does to fly to Bora Bora. It starts the minute you check in. Departure time is at noon. A cup of tea and a schneck in, and quick, it's leaving soon. 1 o'clock and you're at the gate. 2 o'clock and your flight's still late. When you finally leave, it's 8. And what do? We fly, we fly. What do? We fly. I hate planes, never get a rest. I hate every single one. The crossing was rough, which wasn't enough. The fun hadn't yet begun. Don't you just love it when you're in your cramped little seat and the person in front of you suddenly decides to take a nap? Don't get me wrong. Usually I like somebody's head in my lap. The seat was throwing my back out, but there I was with a book, when suddenly there's a blackout, and everywhere I look is a close-up of Doris Day. 90 minutes of Doris Day. There was nothing to do but pray. And how do we go? We fly. Why? How do we go? We fly. Actually, I would welcome a Doris Day movie on a flight, wouldn't you? On one of my trips, I got to watch The Last Temptation of Christ in Korean. I hate planes, most of all the sound. I hate planes, even on the ground. I hate even more than those, the kids in the aisle surrounding you while their parents pretend to doze. I don't think airlines allow babies on board unless they promise to cry. The kid I noticed the first was the one who stood on my feet. The kid I hated the worst was the one who kicked my seat. There was one on the left who bit. There was one on the right who spit. There was one in the back I hit. And what did we do? We flew. What did we do? We flew. All right, I have a confession to make. Once on a flight to London, my own child projectile vomited onto the man sitting in front of us. 3 times. I hate planes, never can adapt. I hate planes, always feel I'm trapped. I hate most of all the chow. To know what is difficult, but I think I've discovered how. Of course, good luck getting a meal on any flight these days. But if you do, I suggest you remember the following. The shiny stuff is tomatoes, the salad lies in a group. The curly stuff is potatoes, the stuff that moves is soup. Anything that is white is sweet, anything that is brown is meat, anything that is gray, don't eat. And what do? We fly. Why? What do? We fly. And let's talk about fees, shall we? You have to pay to check your bag. You have to pay to sit on the aisle. Pretty soon you're gonna have to pay to pee. You're zooming up like a comet. Your ears are starting to ring. Your neighbor's starting to vomit. There's ice along the wing. As you wait for your palms to dry, you can see your whole life flash by, and they tell you it's fun